Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh podcast. My name is David. I'm here with Jordan. I've figured out many a thing on Audacity.
Holy shit.
In the last 5 minutes.
Season 2 began, and we're learning new things already.
Yeah, look at that. It's never too late to learn.
Listen, it's never too late to learn.
It's never too late to learn, but some people just don't.
I feel like I was having a very similar conversation like that recently about people not learning. And I can't remember what the topic was, like who I was even talking to. But I remember having this conversation about, like, I remember what it was. It was on Facebook. One of my friends who has, like, a TikTok thing.
Yeah.
Posted a question, something on the lines of, why are English teachers, like, shit on so much in...
Oh, yes, I saw this.
Yeah, like, why are English teachers...
Because you're trash.
It's because we're trash, yeah. It's like, why are English teachers being shit on so much in Tokyo? What do you guys think? And I messaged, like, because it's probably the easiest job to get into. No one really progresses out of it.
Nope.
A lot of the time. No one takes the time to study, blah, 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 blah. And apparently, I had the wrong take on it. Apparently, I should have said, how dare people do this? Because people were, like, attacking me, bro. Like...
They were actually mad.
Yo, someone was mad. Someone was like, they quote tweeted me. And they were like, like, how fucking arrogant. I'm like, bro, I'm speaking from my own experience. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what more can
I'm
I
going
do?
to tell you right now, if you're an ALT and you're listening to this, your job is easy as fuck.
It is.
This is coming from someone who is an ALT.
Yeah.
Like, your job is easy as fuck. You have nothing to complain about.
Nope.
It's not hard. You get paid like garbage. And the reason you get paid like garbage is because you have no qualifications.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get where people get off, oh, you shouldn't say that about, this, that, and the other. It's like, you are like a glorified tape recorder.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, as someone who has like a teaching degree, it fucking bothers me every day that I don't get to dictate the curriculum.
I know.
I fucking hate it. When my teacher's like, okay, today, like, I don't know, like last week, they're like, can you just teach about Christmas? I'm like, okay, well, like, what the fuck does that have to do with English, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can teach about Christmas and use English, but, like...
The fuck?
Yeah, like, do you have a grammar I want to do? No.
Nope.
Do you have, like, vocabulary I want to do?
No.
Christmas, I guess.
Oh my god.
And it's like, okay, well, thanks for your guidance, right?
This is why you're the sensei.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's just like,
yeah,
fuck. But, like, yeah, it's like, you have no reason to really complain, to be honest, because, like, job is easy.
I find that people do complain a lot about teaching in Japan. Like, they complain a lot about, like, like, no one's treating me seriously. I remember my old meetings we used to have when I was teaching for the same company.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in this big old room, it's all these teachers, and it's like, the staff are, like, talking down to, like, idiots.
Yes.
And when I first got there, I was like, why are these people talking down to us like we're dumb? And then I realized
it's because people are stupid.
It's because they're dumb.
There's a lot of people who come in who are just dumb. Like,
Yes.
I have no idea how these people got through university, just by sheer force of will or luck or something. I have no idea how it happened, but they're just dumb.
Yep. There was a very interesting guy, and like every week would complain about like the teachers not respecting him. And every week I thought to myself, my man, I don't respect you. And if I don't respect you, we're in the exact same position. Why are the teachers going to respect you? Like, what do you do outside of teaching that anyone's going to be like, oh, I respect this guy? Like,
I mean, like, there's no reason to be like, oh, we respect you, because realistically, like, you're there 1 year and you're gone the next. So, like,
pretty much, yeah.
Fuck.
There's no point.
Right. Exactly. Right.
I feel like people really overestimate their mark they have on kids.
Right.
Like, they really feel like me being in this school for a year or two has like changed the course of these kids' lives. And don't get me wrong, I see people, there is someone at home right now tearing up their fucking notepad, mad because they've changed some lives. I'm sure one or two of you fuckers have touched, not in that sense, the life
Emotionally,
not physically. Maybe some of you, let's not get into that. Have touched.
Unfortunately, some of you.
Yeah, some of you fucking have, you bastards. Maybe some of them have, and they've changed the course of this person's life.
Right.
Someone's gone ego kirai, and now they're like, actually, no. I got a letter from a kid.
Yeah, I have a letter on my thing. They're like, because after the student, they went and studied overseas in Washington for like 2 years.
Holy shit, nice.
And they're like, you helped me get that
where I needed
to
to
that
be.
level to where I need to be. I'm like, okay, cool, great. Like, that wasn't my intent going into it, but I'm glad that I did. And I spent the extra time with the student to get them to where they need to be. But
the greatest letter I ever received from a kid, it said, because I used to teach like elementary.
Yeah.
And the letter said, in English, I'm like, this girl tried her best. She goes, "Dear Jordan Sensei, thank you. I used to hate English. Now, it's just okay."
It's just okay.
It's
Mama.
Just okay. It was the exact wording. And I was like, that's all I want.
No, it's just okay.
She was like, I used to hate English. Now it's just okay. And I was like, good.
Yeah.
That's my job. My work here is done. That's
Man, though, like, okay, people who are like, oh, you know, we don't get any respect. Okay, this is the story I wanted to tell you.
Okay,
I talked to you about
Oh my god, yes. I've been excited.
This off of the cast, right?
Go on.
So, every month, the company I work for has a meeting.
Oh,
and
God.
of course, because it's Corona and you don't want people to go into the same room or whatever, yada, whatever. You know the deal.
Yeah.
We have this meeting over Zoom, right?
Oh, God.
So we have two meetings. There's one with our crew, and then there's one with the entire, like, section. So it would be like Yokohama, right? This is the most Mickey Mouse dumb bullshit I've ever had to experience. Okay, so this is what happened to me on Wednesday. Okay, I have to leave school early so I can get home at, like, I think it's like 3:30 is when the meeting starts. So I come home and I'm like, yes, I'm off school early. Great, I'm in my house. I don't have to worry about going home and getting here at whenever, and so I'm there, and I get into the meeting, in the first meeting, and all the people in my crew are there, and we're sitting there, and there's like this new guy, and he asks, he's like, hey, he's like, oh, some of you know me, some of you don't, I'm new, blah, 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 let's go around and ask people names. So it's like, okay, hi, my name is this, I'm from this country, whatever, like, that's all it was. Yeah. It's pretty standard shit, right? And then he goes, well, they didn't tell us anything to do for this meeting, and this is like, okay, so the meeting starts at 3:30, this is now like 3:36.
Okay.
And he's like, so we're just going to, he's like, other groups are probably talking about, like, what they did this week, or like what their life is, blah, 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 which is infinitely more interesting than what happened. He's like, but we're going to do something fun. We're going to do a Christmas role play.
Oh, fuck off.
Right.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I'm like,
no, I'm not.
No. I'm like, no, I'm not.
I'm not doing that.
So, like, I'm sitting there and listening, and, like, he's, like, trying to, like, prompt people. Eventually, like, I think, like, 5 minutes in, I'm like, this is the most, like, just disorganized, stupid bullshit. Yes. So I was sitting at this desk on my computer. I just took off my headphones and went and made coffee and here's the thing, though, is the crew meeting started at 3:30. It ended at 4:15. So it was like a 45 minutes of, like, these people just, like, going back and forth doing this fucking stupid Christmas roleplay. And I'm like, why am I wasting my time? Why? Like, it's bad enough that, like, teachers don't have the respect for ALTs. When your own company does not respect your fucking time, like, it's a joke. It's 100% a joke. And here's the worst part. It's like, after the whole entire area meeting started, it was like 5 minutes, and they're like, okay, that's all for this month, bye. And I'm like, then what did we waste? Are you
fucking serious?
Yeah. Then what did we waste 45 minutes in our fucking coup groups to talk about when there's nothing to talk about? We don't have Sepro. We don't go to other schools. We don't do any other shit because Corona is, like, shut all that shit down. So, like, why are you making us sit in that group for 45 minutes and do fucking nothing? It just blew my fucking mind. I couldn't believe it. It was so bad.
The audacity.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like,
Holy
the audacity, like, you have to have your camera on, you have to have your fucking microphone on. I was just like, no, fuck you. I turned off my camera, and I went and made, like, fucking coffee or something. Because, like, I'm not gonna participate in that.
Like, it's one thing to be like, so the way these meetings used to work, that I remember. Is
no.
What?
I've just realized something.
What happened?
I didn't hit record on the video.
Did you not?
No.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's cool. What you want to do?
Oh, well, we'll just hit record right now. Boop.
Simple.
Yeah.
We'll put a little voice thingy.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Whatever.
Cool.
Fine. Sorry about that. You can see us now.
Hey, bros. Anyway, so in my meetings, like when I used to have the meetings, you get into, like, not coup groups per se, because we weren't that big.
Right.
But you get into smaller groups and you talk about, like, complaints or bothers or things that are like annoying you about like working, and it's like, oh, we're the managers, we're gonna make sure the higher ups hear about this.
Right, yeah.
And they don't.
No.
Nothing goes up ladder, nothing goes upstream.
Right.
You know? But people like to vent that stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're gonna have a coup meeting, something like that, at least let them vent for a bit. At least be like,
something.
You know what?
Fucking anything.
Anything. At least be like, hey, do you know what? 45 minutes we got to do this meeting. They didn't give us a topic. How are you feeling? You know?
Right. Yeah. That's infinitely more important.
Infinitely better. Who was the guy running the meeting? The guy running the meeting was new.
Yeah, the head teacher. The new head teacher. And I'm like, what? I'm like, this is fucking... This is like...
What kind of drama?
This isn't just clown shoes. This is the fucking circus.
The whole fucking circus.
The whole fucking circus.
What kind of drama bullshit is this?
I don't fucking know. It was like, am I in like 10th grade drama club? Like, what is this?
I gotta clarify some shit. So were these people pretending to be like Christmas characters? Like, I don't get it.
Okay, so like, no, it's like, oh, we're gonna have like a murder mystery on Christmas, like shit like that. I don't know, because I checked out after like 5 minutes, so I have no idea. So I came back and they're like still talking to each other. I'm like, fucking whatever.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why would anyone think the worst thing is, you know for a fucking fact this manager is like brand spanking new.
Yeah.
And he's like, I gotta win over these kids. I gotta make them think I'm the greatest manager on earth. And has like a dartboard with all this stuff written on it. It's like, talk about their problems, try and get like some ideas about to be a better manager.
Right.
Talk about salary and pension increases. In the middle, just said, Christmas murder mystery.
Bullseye
that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, thanks, Jesus.
Yes.
Joins the meeting.
Christmas miracle.
What a retard.
Yeah, it's just like, what are you doing? Like, I'm a 30-year-old man, right?
Literally.
If I want to play a Christmas fucking roleplay, I'll meet my 3 other fucking nerd friends and we'll play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't need your fucking help.
Exactly. If I need to do some weird...
Fuck?
I feel like there is a limit of how much you can take of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I remember at one point, I'm in the meeting. This was ages ago. It's when I was like completely checked out, like 110% checked out. So I'm in the meeting. I'm like on my phone. I'm like on my book. I'm like drawing down like kanji. I'm like messing with my phone.
Yeah.
And one of the like the managers, head teachers, big brackets, managers.
Yeah.
They get paid like an extra 1,000 yen or something.
Yeah.
For the
the privilege of doing more work.
The privilege of sending some emails. They get an extra like couple thousand yen. Anyway, so I'm on my phone and this guy comes over. And my rule was, I had a rule. I was like, if you have been here longer than me and you speak better Japanese than me, you are my senpai. I will listen to what you say. But if you have been here in this country longer than I have and you do not have the Japanese required...
Some credentials.
Some fucking credentials, my man.
Show me the receipts.
Fucking show me your N3 or show me your N4. At least show me you are trying. Yeah. And I'll be like, you know what? Aight. But no, my man came up to my desk. He put his hand on my arm and he was like, oh, don't be on your phone. That's the regional director of fucking come. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, go. I had to mouth really quietly, go away. And he looked at me like, and just sort of like slunk away. He was like, oh, yeah. Oh no, this isn't a child I can fucking bully with my extra 1,000 yens of powers. I'm like, listen, get away from me. Don't talk to me. Don't touch me. I don't know you. Fuck off. Like, I'm so confused. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, I don't.
Fucking nonsense.
I don't want to talk about that shit. I don't give a fuck like enough to care to talk more about that. But like that was my Wednesday.
I'm not gonna lie, that's fucking hilarious. I honestly pray. I'm very sorry, but I really do pray that this happens every month. So every month when I meet you,
I have a story.
I hope every month,
every 18th of the month after the middle of the month meeting, I'm just like, fuck this.
It's a different mystery every month.
Fuck. Yeah, the next mystery is gonna be, where's your body? Fuck's sake.
He's on camera. You appear behind him on camera and just kill him on Zoom. You wear his head like a hat. I'm the manager now. We're gonna talk about your feelings and raises.
Right.
No more of this bullshit.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's fucking stupid.
Dude, that's so dumb.
And then, I mean, other than that, I found out my girlfriend has coronavirus, so that's bad.
That's a way more interesting story. Holy fuck.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit.
So David messaged me like, was it last week?
After we'd record the podcast, I said like jokingly, I'm like, oh, she probably has coronavirus.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, haha, you know, like
It was like a funny. He's like, oh, my girlfriend.
she's not feeling well.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
probably
like-
has coronavirus.
Yeah, that was like, yeah.
And then sure enough, on the Monday, it's like,
Coronavirus.
yeah, she's like, yeah, I have coronavirus.
What
I'm
was
like,
funny
oh.
was that like, you found out she had coronavirus. You told me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. But then like, the days after that, we'd message each other like every day, like, how are you feeling?
yeah. Are you okay?
Are you okay? How you feel? You good?
Yeah.
I'm like, you good?
It was weird though. Like I think I had like some fucking psychosomatic like
Symptoms? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because like the day that I found out that she had tested positive for coronavirus, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no. And I like that entire day I felt sick. I don't feel good. I feel like I have a fever. I'm like having like cold sweats. I'm fucking fine. There's nothing wrong with me,
It's
right?
just psychosomatic.
It's 100% psychosomatic, but
Same.
I'm flipping out, right?
I was like, same thing. I was like, holy shit, am I gonna die of the Roni-Oni? I was like, I can't die of the Roni-Oni.
Right.
Not after I've mocked it so long calling it Roni-Oni.
Right,
To
exactly.
go out like that, that's gonna hurt.
it just gets the last laugh.
Gets me, dude. Who the fuck's Roni-Oni now, bitch? Like, that's
Exactly.
it. It can't be killed that way. So, like, I remember I was like, oh my god, I was getting the same, like, weird psychosomatic, like, symptoms. I'm like, am I dying? Do I have the Rona? I was like, wait, I know how to test this.
Yeah,
I just made coffee, and I was like, oh, I can taste it. I'm good.
yeah.
I'm gooch. My throat feels fine. I can taste this coffee. I'll be fine.
Well, like it was funny because she got corona and then she went to the Hidden Hospital Hotel.
Oh my god. Okay, wait.
So I went to the Hidden Hospital Hotel last night.
This is funny. I didn't know about this. There is a hotel in Tokyo, my boys,
Mhm.
that every client in the hotel is
He's
like
a corona patient.
yeah, fucking corona patient. The Corona Hotel.
Yeah.
That's insane. They're
Yeah.
gonna have to burn that hotel to the ground.
Oh, probably. It was funny. So I went to bring my girlfriend my Switch, right? Because like I'm not really playing it that much. Like I'm using my computer and doing other shit, right?
Yeah.
So, and we kind of co-bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe together.
Nice.
So I'm like, and I kick her ass at it. So I'm like, you need practice.
Yeah.
Here you
Like, here you go.
learn how to drift.
Fucking Renshi, my girl.
Yeah. If you ain't snaking, I don't want to see you.
You get back here. If you ain't spent that Corona
you-
time drifting on Mario Kart,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Hear that, Chiro? I want you. If we play 200cc, you better beat me.
You best.
You best.
You best do not. I don't want to see you doing any work. I don't want
Yeah.
to see no food.
Nope.
Mario Kart.
If I call you and you're not playing Mario Kart,
Pissed. I better hear in the background. I better hear bye bye. But you better pause that shit when the phone
Exactly.
calls in. You better hands free that madness. Hold on a second. Bye bye. That's all I
Yeah.
want to hear.
yeah,
When I
exactly.
call that, bro. We'll all play Mario Kart when she.
Do you have Mario Kart 8?
Yeah.
Why aren't we playing Mario Kart 8?
Dude, I fucking love Mario Kart.
It's fucking fun.
I'm so good at it.
I'm actually like I played 7, but 8 Deluxe is pretty impressive.
It's really funny.
It has a lot of courses.
Yep.
And good ones. Like they picked the right courses from those past games.
Yes.
Except for Moo Moo Meadows, I'm not a fan
I hate
of Moo Moo
Meadows. That's when you can drift base the entire course.
Not yeah, you kind of.
Yeah, depending on
where the fucking moles are.
oh, them fucking bastards. My god, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's no Baby Park. Baby Park, you can drift that entire thing.
Baby Park is like one of my it's the only place to go to learn to drift.
Yeah.
Like I learned to drift on Baby Park.
Yeah.
You get that nice drift in and that's it. If you can hold that for at least 2 rounds.
Yeah,
so
because like
fucking sick.
it's Baby Park is like this shape, right?
Yeah.
It's like a really tight oval.
Yes.
But the way you should actually play Baby Park is like this.
Yes.
You should be drifting all the way around, then boost, then drift all the way
Yep.
around, then you're fucking orbiting the Earth.
That's all you need to be doing
Yeah.
every single time. I think whenever I play Baby Park, like if I've not lapped all the computers at least twice,
right.
I'm doing something wrong.
You fucked up.
I'm doing something wrong. Like, I'm gonna restart that entire fucking
Baby
Grand
Park
Prix.
is good. You know what annoyed me though? We played through the original, what is it? The Star Grand Prix or whatever.
Oh,
the
yeah,
one
yeah,
that
yeah.
ends with the N64 Rainbow Road.
Oh, fuck, yes.
Okay, what's the deal with it only being one lap? What is that?
Yeah, they've changed some of them. So instead of being like 3 laps of race, it's
It's
one,
A to B.
one
right?
very long.
I kind of dig that.
The one that's good is DK's Mountain.
Yes.
Oh,
I kind of dig that they've made A to B races because it's you're not seeing the same part of the course every time. It's like, okay, if you're playing this course, it's like, I know where the shortcut is. I know how to hit this corner, but I only have one opportunity to do it.
Yes.
And if I fuck up, I fuck up.
That's it. That's why, like, with every other, like, 3-lap course, I'll smash it. Because I'm like, I know where I'm going. If I fuck up the first lap, I have 2 more.
laps, right.
I'm good. With, like, DK Pass is, like, probably the track I'm the worst at. Because I think I've rarely ever got first on that track. Because there's so much hitting you at once.
Yes.
It's so...
some of those new tracks have so much shit.
Yes. It's hard. Like, DK Pass, I'm like, can I drift here? Can I not? Then suddenly there's trees everywhere. The computer's taking, like, shortcuts. I'm like, how is that man flying? When was there a fucking flight thing? Where was that?
Right.
Man, like, I don't play it enough to, like, get good at it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, man, this is a track.
Man, I had never played the 200cc mode.
So good, dude.
Wow.
You're like Sonic.
It's so different because, like in 150cc, you can get around the track without braking.
Yeah, easy.
On 200cc, you have to brake.
Yeah.
Which, to me, like, breaks my fucking Mario Kart mind because it's like, no, you hold A and you go.
And you go, yeah. And then sometimes you drift and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no braking.
Suddenly when it's like, oh, if you come into this corner too hot, you fucking slam into the wall.
Yes. I think the first time I was smashing 200cc, I think I smashed straight into the wall. And I had to pause the game and I was like, what the fuck just happened there?
Yeah, like how... You're like, how do I take this corner?
Yeah, I was like
it's the first corner on the first track and you go, how do I, what?
Like,
how do I drive? What's car?
Why am I relearning Mario Kart? I've been doing this since I was like 10.
10, yeah, exactly.
I know, man, Mario Kart's such a good game. Such a good fucking game.
Yep.
We should have a Tokyo Fresh Mario Kart tournament.
Oh, I'd be down for that.
I'll be down for that, dude. I think I'd wreck everyone. I'm fucking good at Mario Kart.
I'm not bad at Mario Kart. I played a lot of Double Dash when Double Dash was out.
My days, dude. Double Dash was the game.
Yeah.
So good.
That's why I like Baby Park.
Yes.
Because it was in Double Dash.
It was in Double Dash.
Track is fucking good.
I think me and my cousin used to play Double Dash for like hours when he had it. Fucking smashed that game, dude. It's so good.
Double Dash is so good.
Oh, dude, finish your story. You gave your girlfriend the Switch.
Oh yeah, okay, so anyway.
Hotel.
Playing Mario Kart at the hotel. Give the Switch to the people, and like I was telling you about this earlier. It feels like a drug deal.
It's a drug
right?
deal.
It's like if I was handing someone drugs, there would be literally no difference in this situation at all, right?
So funny.
So I show up at a hotel. I go to the back.
Already it's shady.
It's already shady. I show up to a hotel. I go to the back of the hotel. I don't go to the front of the hotel. I go to the back of the hotel. And there's like 3 tents and just an intercom button.
Oh my god, yeah.
So I walk up to the intercom button. I say, "Hi, I have a delivery."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hi, そこで待ってください." And I go, "Okay, I'll wait there." 2 people come out. And they're like, "You have some stuff for us?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "Can we check it first?" I'm like, okay.
The guy brings out a small electric scale.
Yeah, right.
And a knife.
So like, look, so it's funny because like I have it in my backpack, so I pull it out and it's in like this like fucking canvas bag that she left here.
Yes. Yeah.
And I like hand it to the guy and open it up and he looks in and he goes,
He's like,
"Do you have this in there?" I'm like, "No." "Do you have this in there?" "No." He's like, "Okay, we're good." And then the one lady's like, she looks at me and she goes, "You're not gonna get this back for a while." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm okay." She's like, "Okay." They took the stuff and they left. And like, that was it. And then it's like, okay, now I just leave.
That's so fun. The guy like takes the Switch out. He like scrapes up some of the paint. He starts rubbing it against his gums. He's like, yeah. That's Nintendo. Fucking. Let's take this in.
Just peeling all the stuff in from around the buttons and shit.
Oh my god, yeah. Just looking. It's like, That's it's pure. It's pure.
Pure Nintendium.
Pure Nintendium, bruh. Fucking light up the fire. Pay the man so we can get him his way.
Exactly right.
If money also changed hands, you would be arrested.
It was so weird, right? Because like, okay, where this hotel is. Let me describe where this hotel is, right?
Tell me, yeah.
So like, I'm in. If you live in Tokyo, I'm in Ningyocho. which is like a local station on the Asakusa Ginza line.
Oh, you in the fucking yeah.
Yeah. So I get off this line. I walk like through the city. I'm walking through the city. This hotel is next to a river. Over top of the river is an overpass.
Oh.
So it like blocks the
Yeah.
view like of the sky and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's got like that big retainer wall for the river.
Oh no.
And then, yeah, so like the back of the building is like in like a shady ass part. It looks like where a drug deal would go
this
down.
is where normal drug deals happen.
Yes, exactly. There's like graffiti on the fucking like giant cement pillars that are holding up the railway.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like 100% looks like a place that you would deal drugs.
You being from Canada, me being from London, we know a drug deal location when we see one.
Yeah, 100%.
I would walk up there and be like, "You selling drugs? We selling drugs here, boys." We selling
Honestly, but like, yeah, and it's funny because like in that area too, when I was walking back, I'm like, there's a lot of like bars and just kind of like a little bit like shady kind of like a little bit seedy, shady stuff around. I'm like, this really has the vibe of like I went to like go meet the mafia don and like hand him his fucking brick of cocaine, right?
He was like, "Here, bro. Here's that coke you wanted."
It's red and blue.
Red and blue.
Here you go.
All drug deals in Japan is just like different qualities of rice. There's
Right.
like braga, then nigata. It's like he gets a small rice cooker out to steam 2 grains. And he's like, we gotta wait
pure.
15 minutes. Yeah, that's pure. Let him in.
It's pure niigata rice.
Pure nigata rice. And it's the sushi chef. He's just like, it's the good shit. He starts cutting up salmon.
I mean, you laugh, but like the other day I ran out of rice and I went to go buy more rice and all I just saw in the bag was Akita and I'm like, that sounds good.
You're like, hell yeah, dude. They got some good snow. They got good rice.
Yep, pure Akita rice.
Bro, yeah, the shop near my house has so much rice. Like, I have legitimately spent 15-20 minutes just looking at rice.
There's so much rice.
There's so much rice.
And at the end of the day, it's just fucking rice.
It's just fucking rice. I don't care.
It's not like jasmine rice
No.
or like brown rice. It's all just rice.
It's just rice. Fuck's sake.
Like regular ass Japanese rice.
Man, I hope if anyone Japanese listening to this right now, they are mad.
Yeah.
They are so angry.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Listen.
You can say as much as you want that there is a different taste between brands of white rice, but you a fucking liar.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
Listen.
Stop lying. It's not Japanese culture. Stop lying to me. You can't taste the difference.
Rice is rice.
Rice is rice.
I wonder if there's been a test. Like, so certain rice like basmati, long grain, jasmine,
Right, yes.
those are
different.
These are different types of rice. But like rice from like Hokkaido to rice from like Tokyo to like Chiba to fucking Kyushu. Like rice is rice, my man.
Right.
Like I've eaten some rice and been like, man, this is pretty good rice.
I say this knowing 2 months ago I also said apples was apples, and then I went to Aomori and I was like, apples ain't apples.
Well, that's different. We learned things there. We learned that apples ain't always apples.
Yeah.
Or until I learn that rice ain't rice. Rice.
Rice
Like,
is rice.
that's it. Until we go to like Niigata and eat really good rice, and we come back, we're just like, turns out.
Well, to be fair, we did go to Sendai and eat that fucking rice at the Gyutan place.
That was good, dude.
And it was fucking good rice.
That was fucking
but it
good
had
rice.
like millet in it too. It wasn't just rice.
They were cheating. They were adding cheat codes to their rice.
They're putting
You can't just MSG your rice.
They're spiking the rice.
You're not allowed to spike the rice.
Yeah.
Abe is gonna be. Forgive me. Sugar is gonna be very mad.
Oh yeah.
If you spike the rice.
Extremely mad.
Do you hear that people are already mad at Sugar?
Yeah, he hasn't fucking done anything.
My man ain't done shit.
I mean, I guess that's the problem, right? He hasn't done anything.
Sugar came in and we thought Sugar was meant to be giving them good sugar bucks. I was like making movie titles. It was Sugar's Just as Sweet, The Return of Abe Bucks. Nope. Turns out, fucking he did anything. No. Oh, when I made that, we did that calling him like Sugar.
Yeah.
I got a message from someone like, isn't it pronounced Suga? And I was like, yeah. They're like, why do you keep pronouncing his name as Sugar? And I'm like, because it's funny. It's way better. Like, and you can sound like an old Southern Dane when you say it. Oh, Sugar. Like, it's fun.
Right, exactly.
I want to work in the Japanese parliament and call, like, Prime Minister Suga Sugar every time.
They would be mad.
They would be so angry.
So mad.
Imagine he's trying to, like, present a bill, and I'm like, oh, Sugar, calm down. He's be mad. He's like, kill that man. He has forsaken us. He said apples were apples. He said
someone
rice
just
was
rushes
rice.
your chair with a wakizashi drawn, just stabs you in the fucking gut.
Someone makes a sword entirely out of like individual rice grains and just stabs me.
There's a dude on YouTube who's definitely done that.
Oh my yeah.
You know the guy, right?
Yeah.
Where he just makes knives out of like
random shit. Yeah. I do like that guy.
Yeah,
He's
it's
fucking
I don't know
cool.
why, but
Cool.
every time I see his videos where it's like the sharpest like rice knife, and I'm like, how do you make a fucking thing out of rice? How do you make a knife out of rice?
My thing is,
and then he just does it.
He just does it. My thing's like you're lying in bed. It's 3 a.m. You know you can't sleep, and then you know when you're like you're falling asleep, your best ideas come because everything's flowing naturally, and then from the pits of his soul. You know, his Japanese ancestors just like,
you must make katana
out of rice. And he's like, but why, Takamura-san? Fucking do it! Why question me, boy? Make that rice knife. We might need it to fight. Who's Japan fighting now? No one, really. To fight other people.
I told you it existed.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he actually made a fucking rice knife.
And not just the knife blade, the entire handle is made of rice.
Oh, I love this guy. He made a rice out of jello, a knife out of jello.
Yeah. And like it's kind of like crazy. Like he it fucking cuts.
Yeah, it's good, dude. Like these videos are really fun to watch just because how he creates something. It's very interesting.
I'm always interested like, okay, if someone just threw rice and said make a knife, you'd just be like what? How? What? Yeah. How do I make it? Yeah. And you'd like press it together like onigiri and be like, here's my rice knife. But no, this man makes like a legit knife that will cut things.
If you are generally looking for this video, just type sharp rice knife. Or the guy's channel is like Kiwami Japan. He's pretty funny. He makes some interesting shit. I don't know if he's still uploading. I've not seen it in a while, but
I
probably,
don't know. I mean, I can check his channel.
I mean, anyway,
he has 3 million subscribers.
Itai.
What's his latest video?
Is it?
What?
What the fuck did he do this time?
Sharpest cucumber kitchen knife?
Why you stop it?
How do you make it?
Wait, how do you make it? What? We're gonna watch that later. I'm later on.
I mean, the one before that is sharpest egg kitchen knife. How do you make a knife out of eggs?
Like the shell?
Maybe.
It's fucking. I mean, how do you do? I bet he grinds it into like a fine powder. Like the eggshells,
probably.
And he like makes like a weird cement out of it to make it into
sharpest water and oil. You know, we're gonna be here
Stop
forever.
it! My man is.
This man's gonna make a knife. It'll be like sharpest air knife.
My man is trying to be an airbender.
Yeah.
Fucking
what?
I mean, that's pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty fucking cool. Gotta be
an airbender.
Oh man, the crimes you could stop. I'm thinking too far ahead. I'm like,
knives.
I'm like, make a knife out of ice. Make some shurikens out of ice.
Yeah.
Sup. Shuriken melts.
Right.
No evidence. No crime.
Yeah.
We discussed this last week.
I'm like 100% sure that has happened. Like someone's killed someone with like an icicle to like,
I think I've heard about someone getting killed with like a really thin like thing of ice.
Yeah.
And then they stab them in a certain place, they die, and then it's like, oh, there's no evidence. How did it happen?
Well, like I don't think it would be like hard. Like if you got like an icicle and like jammed it through someone's eye socket right into their brain, you could kill them.
Yeah, probably. Is that gonna melt quick enough?
Jab them in the eye and throw it somewhere. Like how long is it gonna take to melt?
Man, if you in Niigata right now, that's shame.
Yeah, well.
Have you seen the videos of Niigata right now?
Oh, it's insane. Yeah, it's some snow.
2,100 cars stuck on the freeway because the snow was too heavy.
Oh shit! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck!
Mm-hmm. We went up to that area at the right time.
Yes,
because right 100%. Now, yeah.
I told why I was fucking Snow Nostradamus. Because
Nostradamus.
Because the day we left Aomori, I was like, it's going to snow next week.
David, you actually called it really accurately.
Mm-hmm.
Like David, he opened the window of the hotel and he's like, "Snows are coming." He just knew.
No, I remember. I knew we were on the street and we're on the corner waiting for the light to turn, and I just like I went like, it's gonna snow next week. Like the smell, the temperature, the way it is, like I'm like, I know it's going to snow.
I'm like that with rain from Britain.
Yeah.
So you know when it's about to rain. You're like, it's gonna rain in. We got about an hour and a half. Wait.
Yeah, exactly.
An hour and 25. Like you gotta get inside. It's gonna rain in an hour and 25, and lo and behold, it rains.
Of course.
That's cool. I can't do the snow thing. Like I don't know. I don't have enough experience with it. How fucking interesting is that?
It's weird.
It's pretty weird. Anyway. We're going to talk about something completely different. We got very...
Yeah.
Well, this does link into...
The preamble ramble of,
Yeah. Well, it links into what we're kind of talking about, like just as like how
being able to tell when it snows.
No, I mean like the entire conversation, just how like conversations get like sidetracked.
Right. Yes. Okay.
So does like one's life.
Ah. Okay. Yeah.
Because we were talking about this a little bit before we jumped on the podcast.
Keep going. Keep going. Nice segue.
And then
keep going.
It's true. It is because we're talking about a little bit before we jumped on the podcast, and we're like,
yeah, a little bit.
This is a pretty good topic to talk about.
I was kind of surprised that you brought this topic up because I hadn't really thought about it, but now I'm kind of like, I can understand how this happens.
Yeah. So for those who are like, what topic? So the exact topic was that when people do move to another country or in their own country or like just any sort of facet of life, there is a goal you're aiming for. For example, I want to be the very best. Stop. I want
to be a thing.
Yeah, I want to be working in Japan. I want to work in Japan, and I want to work in I want to work in 7-Eleven. That's my dream. I'm gonna work in.
I've known many a child like that.
Many a child
who said, "I want to work at 7-Eleven." I'm like, "No, you don't. You think you do.
You think you do, but you do not." It's like I want to work in Japan in like this exact weird niche career or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
But a lot of people like jump to Japan with the English teaching route, and then they get very sort of distracted, and they find like their career coming to like a sudden halt.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted to talk about that because I feel like it's something everyone has gone through. Like I'm feeling it now.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
More so like in the last maybe like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Have I started to be like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
100%. What am I doing?
I've never understood that feeling of like sort of getting lost, like losing your path. I've always been very sort of laser focused on what I wanted to do.
Right.
So I've been like, it's A, B. The last time I was distracted was at college. Like, not university, college. The preamble to university in the UK. So I'm at college, and it's like a 2-year college. Boom, boom. Then you go to university. But I had to do 3 years because I had a really bad teacher. Then I got distracted with like bullshit life stuff instead of focusing on like the goal, which was to go to the University of Kent and study in this course that like doesn't really take on lots of people every year.
Right. Okay.
And I got distracted in my second year. I couldn't get the grades to go to the university. I'm like, fuck, what do I do now? I talked to my mother.
Yeah.
Talked to my friends. My mother's like, refocus up, pass the exams, and go. So I did it. And since that day, I've been very focused the entire time. Every goal that I've set, I've hit. It's been like, go to Japan, get the grades to do a year abroad in Japan, smashed it. Complete University Visa 2-1, smashed it. Go to Japan to be an English teacher, smashed it. Graduate English teaching and go to like media writing stuff, literally doing that now, smashed it. And it's been like a constant like dun. And then after the media goal thing, I wanted to make a YouTube channel, do something more creative.
Right.
We're doing this now, half of the podcast.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to set up like a YouTube channel. And the company I'm currently working at did have like the reason I joined them was because it was the promise of like being able to
do more.
do a YouTube channel, be more creative. Like there's all these like creative outlets they were offering.
Right.
And then somewhere along the line, the company got distracted or I got distracted, but it's like there's no more like creative outlets. It's very much more just client work.
Right.
All the time. And while client work is essential and needs to be done, it's like, this isn't what I signed up to do. This isn't what I signed. The contract we had initially signed, the verbal agreement we had wasn't this. And I realized, like, same as you over the last few months, I'm like, I'm doing so much stuff that I did not want to do. Like, how did I get this deep into it? It's like, before you know it, you're off the path, you know?
Yeah, for me, it's been, like, I've always been like, okay, after X amount of time, I'm going to switch jobs to something else.
Yeah, because you're an actual English teacher. You're an actual teacher.
Yeah, I'm an actual teacher. Like, I would prefer to teach like social studies, which is my major. But you know, I was like, okay, well, I'll find a job at an international school. I think like I hate to say this as an excuse.
Yeah,
but like, Corona fucked that up, right?
It did indeed.
Because I was like, okay, after year, you know, whatever, I'm going to switch. I'm going to find a new job, right? Then Corona starts. Then it's like, is this the time that I should switch?
Yeah.
Like, does that seem like a safe bet? Because if I quit my job now, it's like I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen in the next like 4 or 5 months. Like I remember thinking about this like kind of like when we started the podcast. That was like almost a year ago, right? Like just before Christmas. I'm like, I want to switch jobs and do something else. We were talking about this, for a little bit. I think it was around about the same time.
Yeah.
And then it was not even like 2 or 3 months after that. It was like Corona's here, and it's like now shit's gone fucking insane. Like I ended up where it was, I was at home for 2 months and there's no school and I'm not doing anything. And it's like, well, but I still need to collect a paycheck. If I quit now, it's going to be rough. And I knew I had to move out of my house at the time too.
Much. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I had a plan, but just things on things like just kept fucking with what I wanted to do.
This is my entire thing. It's that you don't get distracted. You don't realize you're off the path until you're way off the path.
Until you look around and you're like, I'm not even in the same fucking country anymore.
Yes, exactly. Like,
right?
I feel myself like looking back and being like, oh shit, that was I can see the crossroad. I can see how I slowly sort of weaned off the path and have gone like way too far to the right.
Right.
And I'm like, oh shit. You look back and you can see it and you go, how did I not notice that before?
Or how did I not do something at that time?
Yeah, and then I feel like it's because you don't even realize it.
Right.
Before you know it, you're off the path.
It's like, well, tomorrow I can do this.
A lot of it's like that as well. Yeah, it's like tomorrow I'll do it, next week I'll do it, the other.
And maybe you do. Maybe you do it. But like, then who knows? Like maybe whatever you're trying to do doesn't pan out. Or like, oh, it's like me. Like I'm looking for a job, and then all of a sudden it's just like there are no fucking jobs because no one is hiring to do anything. No one if you want to go to an Eikaiwa, it's like fuck you. Like Eikaiwa stopped existing for like half a year.
Yes. Like it was very difficult for like teachers for a while. Like if you had a job, you held on to it. It was like there is no point me quitting now.
No.
Because I can't go anywhere. Same for me. Same for like the writing industry. It was like travel, writing. There was nothing.
Gone. Yeah,
it was gone.
There's nothing. No one's traveling.
Yeah, no one was traveling. So I shifted from like a travel writer to like a food writer for a while because I was like, there's nothing else for me to write about. I can't go anywhere. I can't experience anything. I'm just kind of stuck here in this weird position.
Right.
And it must have been the same for you, just being like, I need to escape, but I literally can't.
But I can't.
There's literally nowhere I can go.
So now it's like I did. It's kind of funny. I did a lesson with my students this week about like New Year's resolutions. Like, what do you want to change in the next year?
That's a good one.
And I had to sit down and think of examples of like what do I want to do with my life next year, right? One of them's like, oh, I'm like I want to go to this place. I want to take the JLPT and 2.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
And past that, it's like, but I've kind of like I've done that refocusing a little bit where I'm like, this is what I want to do. If I'm gonna set like a hard start date as like January 1st, this is 2021, 2020 is over. Like just keep all that bullshit in 2020.
Yeah.
Start now. By the end of 2021, you need to be at this place. And if you're not, why not?
That's a good goal. I had something similar with my Instagram, for example. Like the beginning of the year, I was like, beginning of the year? Halfway in the year, I realized that my growth was stagnating on Instagram.
Right.
And I was like, oh, it's because I'm not doing as much as I should do because of Corona, and I'm being like, oh, I can't go anywhere, so I can't do anything. I was like, no. By December, I need at least 2,000 followers. Otherwise, I'm basically just fucking around. And I hit it. Because, as you said, I made that very solid goal. I was like, this needs to get done by December. And if it doesn't get done, I need to look and ask myself, why the fuck didn't it get done? And I smashed it. I broke 2,000. I made it over everyone. But small goals like that are good. But I feel like you need to do that in like sort of every aspect of your life.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, which is hard.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy because, you only have so many hours during the day. You only have so much energy to dedicate to certain things.
And it's so much easier just to do nothing.
Right, yeah. Of course.
I love doing nothing. It's like so good.
I mean, yeah, I could come home and study Japanese for 2 hours a day. I don't want to fucking do that.
I don't want to do that.
It's like, I want to become good at Japanese, but the time that you need to invest to do it is just so high that it's... you look. I think it's probably too like same thing. Like you go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
It's like even though you go to the gym, I bet some days you just like fuck this. Like I don't. Yeah. I fucking don't want to see this place.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the exact same thing, right? It's like I don't want to fucking do it because it's so much easier to be distracted by other things.
Yeah. It's always the what's hard is starting.
Yes.
It's that once you do it. So I found that for the gym, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact, 100%, when I'm finished working out in the gym, I always feel like, oh, good job, me. I feel good. I feel healthy. I feel like energized. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do this. Let's go, you know.
Right.
But before the gym, every time, without fail, I'm like, I gotta go to the gym. I'm so like, I can't. But the minute I leave my house
Right.
and I start walking towards the gym,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm good. Then I'm fine.
Right.
But it's that leaving your house. It's making those first steps to go towards the thing. It's
Right.
hard. Same with Japanese. For me, Japanese study cannot happen in my house.
Yeah.
Because I will get distracted. I need to wake up early, find a cafe, and study in that cafe. Otherwise, I'm not gonna study. Like that's
Right.
it. Like I know I won't.
I feel like for me that's work. That's like planning lessons. Like I can't do that at school because I sit there and I'm just like I don't fucking want to do this, which is funny because like I should be at work, so you should be working.
Yeah.
But I'm just like I don't want to fucking do it. I'll do it at home. I would rather do it at home because there's no distraction here, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's distraction in that I could be doing something else in my house, but like once, like you said, once I finally sit down and just do it, then it's like done. I'm like done in like 15-20 minutes, right? But it's getting to that point that's the hardest thing. So like maybe I guess we need to talk about like how do you get to that spot, because maybe I'm not sure.
You've got to make, so depending on what it is, you've got to give yourself like a start button, like a system you do
Right.
to slowly get yourself into wanting to go. So for studying, for me, it's coffee. University was coffee, now it's coffee again. It was like there's one certain type of coffee I will start making, and I'm like, this coffee is only for studying. So like, I'll do my hair, I'll get dressed, I'll make the coffee, and as I'm making the coffee, the smell of it's reminding me of studying. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting into it. I'm being reminded of like that feeling of being able to like get some benkyo down, you know. And that's like my start button for studying. For gym, it's a protein shake.
Right.
I'll start making the protein shake, and it's like if I've made this to not gym, that is a waste. That's a waste of protein.
Right. You need something that'll trigger you to do
it. Yeah.
To do what you need to.
So do. I'll put a scoop of thing in the cup. Like I'll force myself to do it. I'm like, do it. I'm getting the thing out, and I'll put a scoop in. My hair isn't even done. I'm not even dressed. I'll put a scoop of protein powder in the shaker, and I'm like, oh, now I have to go to the gym. I can't put that back in the thing.
Right.
The container's wet. It will contaminate the entire thing. I can't leave it in there all night. It's disgusting. I
have to go.
Now I have to go to the gym. Otherwise I've wasted the scoop. And that's like 1,000 yen a scoop. Protein's expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck. So I'm like, all right, let's go. That's kind of little rituals like that really help.
Yeah,
that's the word, rituals.
You need some kind of a ritual, like a hype yourself up. Right?
Yeah, you gotta hype yourself up.
Yeah.
But it has to be something easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
It can't, because every day you're not gonna have the energy to be like, let's go. Oh, I'm gonna fucking do this country. Like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
You just need like something small to make you want to move out the house, to make you want to, you know.
I think I agree with you. You need something to do. I think it doesn't necessarily need to be a thing though. I think in some cases it could be a person.
How so?
Like so for me, I think honestly, like I need a lot of the time. I need someone to say to me, like, you have to do this. not just like, David, have you done your thing?
Oh, not nagging.
Not nagging.
Yeah.
But it's like if it was like my girlfriend, like, okay, I have to do whatever, do something.
Yeah.
If she's like, you have to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then like she needs to like harass me. It's not like nagging. Nagging is like, why haven't you done this? Oh, why did you do this?
Get it done.
No, it's like, listen up, idiot.
Bruh.
You need to fucking do this. And if you don't do it, I'm gonna fucking punch you. Like I need that kind of like motivation. It's like, okay, I don't want to get punched, so like
I had an alarm that on my old phone you could record your own alarms.
Yeah.
And one of my alarms was like this weird like,
there's a man bringing a surfboard into someone's house.
Hold on a minute. There's a what happening outside?
It looks like a surfboard. Is that not a surfboard?
No. Hold on, guys. There's something. There is something strange happening outside. Pause what I was about to say.
Is that not a surfboard? What is that?
I don't know. He's just left it on the corner of the thing. Stay focused. This is weird.
Okay.
Oh, some kind of building material, I guess. It's fucking huge.
Okay. It looked like a surfboard to me.
For those who are, a man just bought a giant thing, like a slab of something, and just like put it on balanced it on like the step balcony thing. Man, Japan's weird.
Yes, it
Fuck
is.
You know, Japan, get your shit together. We're trying to have a podcast here. You can't be being distracting and shit outside.
Yeah. Anyway.
So on the old phones, you could record your own alarm.
Yeah.
And one of my alarms in university was basically me going like, saying something like, bro, you need to go to the library now. Do not press snooze. You need to go to that was the entire thing. That could be like, like the phone would be vibrating, like,
yeah.
We wouldn't be shouting, just be me being like, hey Jordan, hey, you need to be at the library in 20 minutes. There is you need to be there. And I'm like, oh, he's right. Because of course I'm gonna listen to me.
Right.
It's me. I'm always right. So that's if you can still do that on like iPhones and such, that's a good way of doing it. Set an alarm. Set some like really strict conditions that you have to go.
Yeah.
Maybe that would help. Would that work for you as well? Or was it just you need a person to tell you?
No, because the thing is, like, I can ignore an alarm.
Oh man,
I can't ignore when someone like comes and physically harasses me and like, you need to do this.
Gotta get this done.
Right?
Ooh,
like,
dude.
I can't just ignore that person because they're physically there. Like, they're gonna do something to me. Like, I don't care what they do. Like, fucking poke me, prod me, do something. But like the alarm, it's like beep 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 beep. I just go.
Yeah, and it's like, back to games or whatever.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, that solved that problem. That problem's over.
What's your, like, what do you usually do to get, like, sort of motivated to get into studying or motivated to do the things you need to do? Like, if there's no one that is just you, like, how do you...
It's weird. Like, I have, for some stuff, so, like, for example, if, like, I've set a goal for, like, I need to study, or, like, I need to clean my house.
Yeah.
I think, like, clean my house is probably good.
Oh, that's hard, yeah.
So, like, my house will get dirty. It's like, I need to clean my house, right? And then it'll just be one day. I'll just have like this, not like an epiphany, but I'm like, yes, let's do it.
It's now, yeah.
It's now.
Now's the time.
It's very strange, and I don't know why. But the problem is, like, I need to find a way to like harness that more often.
Yeah.
Because it comes and goes in waves, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Like, if I'm gonna clean fucking everything. If I'm gonna study, like, I'm gonna study for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Then the other times there's like, there's the mountains and the troughs, right? There's other times when I'm like, fuck that. Yes. I don't even want to think about it.
I feel like the worst thing is that because when you're studying languages, especially, or for most things you're doing, like for career focus, like language wise, cleaning your house, it's not gym as well. It's not that one sprint. It's a fucking slow ass marathon. It's like a constant every day, put a little bit in, and then eventually, hopefully, I'll be where I need to be. Yeah. But with Japanese especially, if you like study like tons, like 3 hours, and then nothing for ages, you lose everything.
You lose everything you studied.
Then it gets worse because you're like, where did I last leave it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
How far back do I need to go? I don't remember. Like, can I start from here? Can I not? Can I jump to here? Can I not? Right. And it takes you like an hour just to really work out where you are. And then once you work that out, it's been an hour. You study for another hour. You're like, it's been 2 hours. And it hasn't. It's been like, the thing I used to do. I think I've said this before, like the timer thing. Yeah. Yeah. For those who are like, maybe you don't remember, I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, but I'd set like a timer for like an hour, like a countdown thing. Yeah. Press start studying. If I stop to do anything, the timer also stops. Because I owe the language a solid hour of me studying. Right. Stuff like that.
I do that as well. Like if I'm going to do that, it's like if I'm studying for an hour, I'm gonna be for an hour.
It's going to be an hour.
For an hour.
Yeah. Mine, I think recently, because I'm getting really back into like hardcore, gonna get that N2. Because I wanted N2 this year, but Corona. Test was cancelled, then it wasn't cancelled, then it was cancelled, then it wasn't cancelled.
Yeah, they didn't know what the fuck they're doing with it.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, fuck it next year. There's no point in me trying to fuck around this year. So, and plus,
right, that's the thing. Like, with something like that you knew was gonna get fucked up because like my girlfriend's test to become a daycare teacher got fucked up. JLPT got fucked up.
Yeah.
Every single kid in Japan's high school entrance exams is fucked.
Poor babies, yeah.
Everything is fucked, right?
Yeah.
So I think at this point it's 2020 is a wash.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I think in a way that is good, because now you can look at 2021 as kind of a clean slate, right?
Yeah, start from here.
Not necessarily that 2021 is going to be any better.
No.
But
in your own mind.
In your own mind, you can look at it that way.
I feel like a lot of people we like being alone. We're cool with that.
Yeah.
I can be in my house for hours. During lockdown when everyone's like, I need to see people. I need to
yeah, I don't care. I'm whatever. Fuck them.
Yeah, literally. I was like, what? People? No. I got Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
right.
good. I'm trying to max out all levels on my boys. Seriously. Sorry. Huh? I've got a podcast.
I got 5,000 clones that can help me.
I've got 5,000 clones. We got this.
Yeah, exactly.
We good.
Right. Yeah, it's I
don't need anyone. I can lie in bed and read vows on end. I can sit on my balcony and drink coffee and look out at the sunset going down. I'm pretty good just being me. Yeah. By myself, me. But I feel like a lot of people aren't, because
no.
When you're alone by yourself for a long time, you start looking inwards. Man, and looking inwards is scary, because you're
there's bad things in there.
There's bad things.
Don't look.
Don't look inwards, because you're oh no, I fucked around for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been doing this. I've had all these chances I could have taken and I've not done them.
Right.
People start thinking that way, and then people also start thinking oh, it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
It's never too late, really.
No. I don't think so. It's never too late to start, but at the same time, you have to understand that if you're doing something that requires a significant amount of time input, then be willing to spend that time.
Yeah.
I think you have to make a sacrifice. If you are going to learn a language or something, then you have to put in the man hours to do it.
You can, I promise you can master Japanese in a year. If you smash those hours in, and I know you can, because
you'd have to do it hard.
One of my friend, a guy I know, one of my friends, is a guy called, I shouldn't say his name on the cast, but he lives up in Ibaraki. Mm-hmm. There's nothing to do up there.
No, not really.
He got from N4 to N2 in a year and a half, because he just smashed it. He just studied every day, because that was his goal. His goal was, I'm going to come to Japan, I'm going to get N2. He did it.
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest problem is that I have goals that I want to achieve, but I have not set any
time limit.
I've not done anything further than have them been flights of fancy. I would like to do JLPT.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah.
I'd like to, get another job, but I'm okay at the one I'm at. It's very much that thing. I'm weirdly content, but I know that I should be moving up, and I'm just not.
Yeah, just this is fine.
Yeah.
I kind of hate that. I hate that feeling of this is fine, because going forward, and then there's sort of losing your way a bit, and having to sort of backtrack or sort of take a left turn somewhere, and then there's standing still.
Right. I think the way that you put it, I don't like the feeling of fine is good, because I think there's a difference between this is good and this is fine.
Fine. Yes. Yes.
There's a difference
Very
where
much so.
In my life, if I have the things that I want and I'm content in a way, I can be this is good. Where I'm okay. This is fine is it could be better, but I'm not gonna do anything to improve my situation because I feel that it's okay.
Okay. I feel like most English teachers are there.
Yeah.
Especially in Japan. They're at the this is fine level.
Right.
But the problem is
that's where I am. I've basically been at the this is fine level for a year.
But I feel like there are steps to it. So there's being at this is fine, and then there's deciding the next step is maybe I'm not fine at being fine.
Right.
And then it's next step is making the plans and then doing the things.
Right.
A lot of people stay at this is fine, they just go, it's fine.
Yeah.
And you go, are you sure? It's fine, it's fine. I don't want to...
And then 7 years later, it's still fine, but it's not fine.
But yeah.
You just gotta say you're okay, but it's not okay. But then people ask you,
"Are you okay?" Fight.
Fucking Katy Perry meme.
It's such a good meme, dude.
That is 100.
Such a good meme.
People ask you if you're okay, and you just have to tell them you're okay, but you're not okay.
But you're not okay.
It's exactly that.
It's exactly that meme. I feel like there is a lot of people saying that this is fine. They don't want to go any further because I kind of think it is kind of scary.
Yeah, I think so.
It is. It was when I jumped from the company to kindergarten to freelance to where I am now.
Yeah.
Yo, that was scary. For a couple months, I had like no money.
You're like, what am I doing? Like, was that a good decision? What do I do?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, oh no, what have I done? Like, it was a period where I was like, this is crazy. I'm gambling everything.
This could come back to
yes.
backfire on me horribly.
I was like, this could go terribly wrong. The only I feel like for any risk you take in Japan, one of the things I always sort of I'm sort of happy for is that there will always be a need for English teachers. So if you took like a massive gamble somewhere, you didn't get the job, roll the dice, go back to teaching for a bit, and then try again. For me, like, teaching is like your save point. You can always go back to it, and there's always enough time when you're teaching to do other things you want to do.
Right.
Podcast, studying, YouTube. You want to do it? Mm-hmm. Teaching will give you the time to do it. Like, that's what it does.
Yep.
And it's just the case of, do I want to use the time to do the extra things I want to do? Or do I want to use the time to, like, just tweet, I don't know, be on Twitter?
Yeah.
Make TikTok, I don't care. Like,
yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a balancing act, right?
Very much so, yeah. Very much so.
It's weird. It's like, how much do I want to move forward? When do I want to do it?
Yeah.
What is my deadline?
How much prep do I need to actually move forward?
Yeah. So like people who are teachers now, like I want to maybe throw this question to you. If you're in, well, not necessarily a teacher. I want to say people who live in Japan, who you're what we described. You're in that state of, I'm fine. Yeah. But you could do better. Like what do you feel is stopping you
from
right
forward, yeah.
Because for me, I feel like it's on the one hand, I look at it like for Japanese, I look at Japanese and it's like that is Mount Fuji, right? Like that's Mount Everest. I'm at the bottom looking up and I'm like, fuck, that is so far to go.
The worst thing is, like, I feel like your level is way higher than you think it is. So, like, for example, you have a very good base for your Japanese. Your writing is there, your reading is there, your language is there. And it's just a case of, like,
I don't have the application. That's my problem. My problem is I can't apply what I know. Yeah. And, like, there's things like Japanese stuff in my brain that I know that I like, it gets stuck here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it needs to.
How do I get it? Yeah. Out.
And, like, that's where I am. So, like, I don't really know for me personally, like, how you get past that. Like, but I think that's where I need to be. Like, if I'm saying I want to pass JLPT2 at the end of the 2021, during that year, I'm gonna have to study, and I'm gonna have to figure out what that problem is.
For me, it's more. I have, like, the confidence in speaking, so I would just sort of say things, and be they right or be they wrong, as long as I don't think too hard about what I'm saying,
right,
it'll flow, and it'll be okay, and it'll be like normal, natural speed Japanese will come out, and I will be making mistakes. Like, I'll realize I've made the mistake. But as I've made the mistake and I realize it, I automatically go, it can't be helped. Fuck it.
Right.
I've already said it. To then try to correct myself is going to make me trip over my words even more.
Right.
I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it out there.
I'm going to keep going. What you brought up is exactly what happened to me, like, this week. So, for example, if you live in Japan, you know that you have to pay 3 yen now for a bag at, like, a conveni, right? Yeah. So,
fucking bags.
If you're like me, you go to the conveni, kind of like every day or like every second day, right? You just go there when you need something, right?
Yeah, like conveni, dude.
So you go to the conveni, right? And you get up to the guy and you give him your shit, and then they ask you the question, do you need a bag? To which you reply, hi. You go, hi, onegaishimasu, right?
Yeah.
Or hi, yeah, I want one,
yeah,
right? So 99% of the time, the guy just asks you a yes or no question. Do you want a bag? Yes or no. You say, hi, onegaishimasu. Yeah, daijoubu desu, right? It's like that kind of a response. So I go to the 7-Eleven near my house, and the guy give him my stuff, and he goes, what do you say? Regibukuro dosurebai desu ka?
Oh,
Like, what-
yeah,
like,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what,
yeah.
Like, what do you want to do about a bag?
And you're like,
Yeah, so I wasn't paying attention
Yeah.
because I've done this like conversation
yeah.
1,000 times. So I just went, "Hi, onegai shimasu."
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he goes,
Do you want it or not? He's like, what are we doing?
"Yeah." He's like, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm like, well, now I fucked up.
Ah.
But I wasn't paying attention enough to realize what his actual question was.
Yeah.
Because I just figured you would ask the question, "Do you want
Want a
this? Yes or
bag.
no?"
Yeah.
So he's like, and he just goes, "Ari?" And I go,
Oh.
"Hi."
Yeah. Oh no.
And he's like,
no.
"Okay."
But
But, like, It's not that I wasn't paying attention, right? But now it looks like I'm a fucking idiot. I didn't know what he said. I knew what he said.
Yeah.
I just wasn't paying attention.
that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't want to look stupid.
Right. Yes.
And so they're like, I can't look stupid in this situation. I can't let the 7-Eleven employee know that my Japanese isn't pera pera.
Right.
Because I already said konnichiwa and he already said Nihongo jozu. So now if I fuck up, he's gonna know.
Jozu janai.
He's gonna know that it's
He's
just
gonna know.
mada mada. And I can't let him know that. I can't let him know it's mada mada.
It's chotodake.
I can't let him know it's Sotodake, David. He works at the 7-Eleven. I
Right,
can't let
yeah,
him know,
exactly,
David.
right.
What if he tells the guy at Family Mart that I can't go there as well?
I mean,
like-
it's the Kombini Mafia, right?
It's
Like,
that
they all
fucking-
know.
It's the Kombini Triangle, dude. It's,
Right.
it's the Illuminati.
The Lawson Family Mart 7-Eleven.
Yes, Lawson Fam 7-Eleven, dude. That's the real Illuminati of Japan. They run everything. You don't believe me? If every comedy closed down right now, where would you shop? Exactly nowhere. Don't you dare say supermarket. Don't stop it.
Do you know how I know it's an Illuminati?
Go on.
7 plus 11 is 18.
Mm-hmm.
6, 6, 6.
Fucking
That is
knew
an
it.
equilateral triangle.
Listen, boys.
The Illuminati, 666.
That fucking voice again. Listen, boys. We're having a conspiracy theory with these Illuminatis. They own everyone at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking love those dumbass theories. But yeah, like, so everyone, people don't want to look stupid.
Yeah, 100%.
So I feel like they think about it too much.
Mhm.
I had the same thing. Like, if I have to talk to people, like, for example, I work with distribution in my company, and when I get to sit down and talk with distribution, it's
Right.
fucking chill. Because I'm just like, I've already got past the Kegel barrier.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, hey guys, what up, man? We gonna have a meeting? I'm like, oh, yo, 久しぶりなんか会議しますか? We'll sit in the meeting, and none of that's really Kegel. I'm just being like,
Right.
I'm like, oh, hey guys, long time.
How are you? Oh, yeah, we're having a meeting.
We're gonna have a
Yeah,
meeting?
right.
They're like, yeah, bro, let's go. We'll have this meeting. Then in the meeting, I'm like, なんか is there anything you talk about? Like, I'm being like, なんか話しことありますか? なんか来るとか? Like, it's just basic. I don't care Japanese because it's
Right.
like I'm on that level now. But the minute I have to do anything with like Keigo, what I don't have like a firm enough grasp of,
Right.
I fucking trip up over all of my words.
Yeah,
I
like,
stumble so badly.
I don't even bother half the time because it's like,
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
I'm always like, I'll be tripping up over my words, and I'm like, this isn't. I'm like, fuck, that's not the right Keigo. Typing, I'm like, yes, easy. Yeah,
Right,
I got
because
time.
it'll autofill Kegel
Yeah.
if you do it the right way, yeah.
So I get it. I a lot of parts of like Japanese or like some or like if you're trying to grow in your business or career or you're
Right.
trying to get somewhere, it's working out what you need
Mm-hmm.
and then working on those things.
Yep.
So for me, especially right now, it's like vocabulary, kanji.
Mm.
I got to get more of those down, which is why I have wanikani, because got to do it more, but it's why I have it. As long as you get those things down, it's pretty much
Right.
It's pretty okay, actually.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, man. What a deep episode.
So do we want to recap, because I feel like we've said a lot, and maybe we just want to just bring it all back in a little bit.
So guys, basically, listen. Life's hard. We know this.
Yes, 100%.
Whether you're in Japan or not, life's gonna be hard, and there's gonna be some pitfalls. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna
Right.
swerve off too far. You said you wanted to be an English teacher for a year, and now it's 5 years later, and you're still doing it. And you wanted to work somewhere different.
Right.
That's cool. Stop freaking out.
Yeah.
Take a seat. Get a notebook out. Write down what you need to do.
You have till the end of this month.
Yeah.
Figure out what you want to do.
Yes.
And
Give
then
yourself that
set a
solid goal.
not only set a solid goal, pick a solid goal, and then pick give yourself enough time to accomplish that goal. Like, don't be like, oh, I want to move to another job. I'm going to give myself to the end of next week. Like, that's a little bit ridiculous,
I
right?
always do things like, so I'll go, I want to be in a new job, for example. So I'll take David for example, because you're going to be like you're actual social studies teacher.
I want to teach. There's jobs for that.
There
here,
is.
100%.
So if I was David and I was like, I want to be a social studies teacher, and I'm moving from like AOT to social studies, it's like that's the goal. That's the long goal.
Right.
And then everything else is, how do I get from AOT to social studies?
Yeah.
And then I'll have tiny goals.
Right.
I'll be like, I want to make sure my CV is perfect by fucking
here
January. I'm going to make sure that I have the Japanese translation for that CV by mid-February. I'm going to make sure I have by blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do then in the background you have all the activities. And it's not one-on-one. They're all in tandem.
Right.
But those are the set deadlines for those things. And then by whatever time you want to be able to like graduate and such. That's a pretty good way of doing it. I mean, find the way that works for you.
Yeah.
But I think
obviously it's not a one size fits all.
Yeah. But I think generally the message is pretty much just don't panic, don't stress, don't try to do too much at once. It is a marathon, it's not a race.
Yep.
So you want to slowly.
And this year's been shit.
It has
like,
been.
If you've kind of like fucked off this year, like
Don't
I get
worry
it.
about
I get it because like
me too.
Everyone's fucked off this year.
Fucked off this year. I fucked around way too hard this year because I just didn't.
Yeah.
There was no,
It's so weird to think about where we were at this exact time last year, where we were just like happy-go-lucky, and it's like, yeah, after the podcast, we'll just go to an izakaya. It'll be great, and we'll have a good time.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, nope. Like, this year's been like an absolute shit show. So it's like, yeah, I get it, right? This year sucked. But, next year, pick a goal. By the end of next year, hopefully next year will be better. By the end of that year, you can be like, look at what I've done this year. Yeah. It's like, okay, maybe you didn't reach your goal.
But at least you made headway.
You're halfway there. So like next year you just go,
smash it.
Okay, I'm halfway there. I know how much I've had to work to get to where I am. What is a reasonable date for the next thing, right?
I feel like that's a really important message that like people don't talk about enough. Just knowing that it's okay to like pit forward, it's okay to stop, it's okay to like get distracted, but knowing that once you realize that you're distracted, you pit forward, just jump back on the train, get back on the tracks, exactly. Climb on that pitfall, you're good. You gotta find out what you need to do, just get it done. Get some friends around you want to do the same thing.
Yeah, that helps.
That really does help, dude. Work together on it. Get it done. Have a little competition with it.
Yeah, I mean that's another good way we didn't really talk about is like, yeah, if you can, if it's something that you can make into a competition, that's even better, right?
Oh god, yeah.
Until you lose, and then you're salty, and then you're like, fuck this.
Oh, dude, when I lose, I'm like, oh, now I have to. Like, if we had a competition to pass like N2, and you passed and I didn't, I'd be so salty. I'd be like, I'm passing N1. my
I'm gonna pass N0.
Yeah, I'm
gonna become Japanese.
You meet me again, and I'm just 100% Japanese, and you're like, how?
Just wearing a kimono, have a katana.
No, I'm ethnically Japanese.
Just actually Japanese.
But I have the same afro because afro in Japan. You're like, Jordan, when did you turn Japanese? I'm like, last week. I got salty.
You wouldn't even say last week. You'd be like, Senshu.
You're like, Senshu na, nanka, katta ore. I fucking won.
Oi, omae, katta.
Katta. So dumb. God. That's good. That was fun. Guys, have a good one, bro. We'll see you. Study hard, work on it, don't stress out, don't freak out. Have any questions, hit us up.
Yeah. Also, I guess, Merry Christmas, because
holy fuck,
the next podcast will be on the 26th, which is after Christmas.
Oh my god.
Have a nice Christmas if you're having a Christmas. Stay safe.
Didn't realize that.
Corona's bad. I mean, like, I know people who have it very close to me. You do as well now.
Like 4 people. It's insane.
So yeah, maybe don't go home for Christmas.
Yeah, we're not. We're staying in Japan for Christmas.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you about next week. We're gonna have a little Christmas episode about. We'll keep it a secret until then. But we're gonna. Yeah. We had one last year. We'll do the same thing this year. I always get really heated up about Christmas. I really feel myself getting really angry about it. So we're gonna have another episode about Japanese Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to repeat last year's, but
no. I'm mad about new things this year.
You're mad about new things?
Yes.
Did we invent new Christmas shit?
No.
This year and that year?
I'm just always mad about Japanese Christmas.
Oh, you mean the episode wasn't long enough, so you needed
Stop
to add
it.
more shit?
Yeah, I'm gonna re-listen to last year's episode.
Fair.
And then I'm gonna last year's episode, and I'm gonna.
I missed this.
Yeah.
I missed this.
I'm legit. I'm
My
gonna make.
goal for this year
Yes.
is going to be talk about.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I might talk about a little bit about Japanese New Year and Christmas and whatever. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the shit show that is Japanese Christmas. But until then, guys, see you next week. Jordan Green, David, Afro Japan, Tokyo Fresh. See you next week. Later, guys.